A new development tonight. Former Maricopa County Assessor Paul Petersen is going to jail. He pleaded guilty in Superior Court on multiple felony charges. It's all in connection to that illegal adoption fraud scheme involving pregnant women from the Marshall Islands. We broke the story back in October. We were there as federal law enforcement raided Petersen's home and office. ABC 15 also the only station to talk directly with these Marshallese moms who were living in a Mesa apartment that was owned by Petersen. Tonight, our Cameron Pullum tracking down what comes next.
Paul Petersen, flanked by his attorneys, walked into Superior Court an innocent man. It wouldn't take long for that to change.
As to count 2, fraudulent schemes and artifices, a Class 2 felony, how do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And with that, the disgraced county assessor, by his own admission, is a criminal, pleading guilty to 3 felony counts of fraud and 1 count of forgery that will land him behind bars for quite some time.
I think this was a huge win for our office. Paul Petersen agreed today to plead guilty to 4 felonies. He also agreed to a prison term where he'll serve anywhere from 3 to 16 and a half years in prison.
Petersen also agreed to pay massive restitution to the state, on the hook for $650,000 after bilking the state's Medicaid system out of more than $800,000. Admitting he forged documents to inflate fees he charged adoptive parents.
That it doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a politician, an elected official, whether you're wealthy, whether you're powerful, the rule of law means it applies equally to everyone.
Petersen is accused of illegally transporting pregnant women from the Marshall Islands as part of his private adoption business. State investigators say he enrolled the birth mothers for state benefits to give birth on taxpayers' dime and adopted out their children to American families for up to $45,000 each.
I'm certain that Paul didn't set out to do something that he couldn't.
Kurt Altman, Petersen's attorney, says they're happy with the deal and say Petersen's side of the story has yet to be told.
You hear these words about human smuggling and trafficking. That's not what this was. Nobody was held at gunpoint. They all came voluntarily, took care of them to the best of their ability, and ran an adoption practice, but paid for it, again, with funds that he shouldn't have.
Petersen is expected to make a plea agreement with the state of Utah Friday, where he faces human smuggling charges as well as fraud. They hope to reach an agreement on federal charges by next week. I'm Cameron Pullum, ABC 15 Arizona.